Well, you're here today.
Yes, I am.
And what's the big thing today you're working on?
Marriage rep.
Is that
Marriage rep?
Marriage rep?
Yeah, I was going through marriage rep for clips.
Marriage rep. Yeah, we got the host of the show. What's his
Tom
name?
Papa will be in today.
Yes, he's in today. New show. Have you seen it?
I have not. I thought it was on. Is it after the Olympics? I left.
Neither have I. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do.
Sorry, I know Tom. I'll just check.
Yeah.
I'll act like I saw it. But
Tom.
dude, that thing last night. What was that? And then just lead them.
I'll just say, now you get the hell out of
Yeah,
here.
maybe I could help. You're out, Tom. He's no. I saw him the other night at the Cellar, and last night for some reason I'm watching the Olympics. Like after they're like promoing it every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I went home. And I didn't realize it was 10:30 to 11. I don't know why I didn't realize that. It's fucking 11 o'clock, and I realized I was looking at the guide, and the part where the marriage ref was just to the left.
Oh, don't
where
you
the
hate
time
that?
I
You
just
realize, I just missed something here.
I'm like,
I've just missed it.
I'm a dummy.
You weren't perusing last night?
No, I
Perusing
was.
any pornography?
No. I was actually at the Cellar, and then I ate and came back with my girlfriend.
Oh, well.
After eating.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Then I had to
Girlfriends
distribute cum.
Nice. If you do that. And then you distributed some cum.
I felt it was appropriate to distribute some cum to those who
I
deserved
guess
it.
you don't peruse porn when your girl's over the house, right? Not as ridiculously as you would without.
Most of my porn's on the road.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
You're bored, you're
road porn, exactly.
You're in a
I
hotel.
understand. Or lonely at the house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I could relate.
You're perusing on that fucking giant TV? Can you have internet access on that TV?
I could if I plug in my computer to
You
it,
have
but
to.
I don't, yeah, no, the small screen. If it was a giant screen and I'm just fucking sitting there cranking to fucking giant porno, I'd feel silly.
Do you know how fun a fucking, like a 70s gay porn would look on that?
A big hairy
Dude, you have
bullshit.
to have gay porn night where everybody comes and watches uncomfortable 70s gay porn.
That would be very uncomfortable.
It would be awful.
Just guys.
Yeah, bunch of men watching.
Hey, can I come, please, and be invited? Don't put up gay porn, Sam. I really don't want to look at gay porn.
But no, not the hot stuff from today with the twinks. I mean the 70s stuff where everyone was a man's man.
Yeah, big mustaches and a lot of hair. A lot of hair going on there. I don't know. I peruse porn. Lonely days. Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you, Sam. Lonely days. And if it's been a while, then I'll do it. But when you describe like just kind of flicking at a flaccid member because you have to.
There's times I've taken my cock and I've just like grabbed it by the base and like the head's hanging out and I just kind of shake it back and forth. It's like picture shaking a rag doll. That's what my dick is like. It's like nothing is happening.
There's no reason for that then.
It's not getting hard. It's numb. I'm just shaking a numb piece of skin.
Yeah. I can't quite grasp that. I can. That it would be pleasurable to do anything like
not.
that. But no.
It's called escaping.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you'll have one beer more than you meant to. Like, you know what, I'll have a couple.
You know, now you're putting it in terms I can understand.
You're not thirsty?
No, I just meant to have maybe one or two. And, 8 beers in, I'm going, why am I still drinking this? I'm not thirsty. This isn't something special now. I'm just, shoving beer down my gullet. 8
beers and one patent leather shoe in the grill later.
I take cabs now, I swear.
One sobbing apology to a family later.
I'm a fag these days when it comes to drunk driving. I just can't do it. Too much to lose.
There's 10 years in jail if you kill somebody.
I know. I'm petrified of that. Like completely petrified. So if I'm going to be going out, I'll take a cab.
They'd sue you for your house?
Oh, I know.
They'd get it?
I'll take the house. No, I don't need that shit. And then just the thought of going through all that. Oh, the court and, you were drunk and this and then the paper would pick it up and then I'm automatically a bigger scumbag than I'm perceived now.
Yeah. Oh, this church sex jock kills.
Yeah. In new Dewey fucking controversy. Little kid on life support because of me. No, I'll cab it. Let those crazy Long Island cab drivers drive me around.
And all I'm thinking of is how it would affect me and my mortgage because the show would be in trouble.
Exactly.
I'm not thinking about the victim.
There's probably a morality clause where they'd fire me and not have to pay me anything. I'd be knocking tin again. remember me? I was Anthony from the Opie and Anthony show. Yeah, no, I used to do this before I did the radio thing. Yeah, I was a DWI. I understand. No, nothing. I have a small apartment down the road. They don't plow it, so I can't come into work. But it's yeah, that would be horrible. So I'd rather just cab it these days. And then the cab is great because now I don't even have to think about it. Like in the bar, I'd be there going, now fuck it. Sure, I'll take that shot. Sure, I'll take that beer.
Can you comprehend going back to another job after this?
No.
I can't either.
It's actually a fear. It's a legitimate phobia I have now of going back to a normal job that, I used to have. I'd say it is up there as my number one fear.
I would have to agree with that.
Yeah.
It's something I think about every day.
Every day.
Every day I think about it.
I think about it.
Scary.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to get up and work for like a real job and boss and work hard. I did it for years. Now, I know I'm making a lot of friends in the listeners that are right now getting up saying, go fuck yourself.
But no, you're also acknowledging what they do is hard.
Yeah, it sucks. And that I did it. I did it for more years than I did radio. I wonder when I could stop saying that.
You can't hate something unless you've experienced it before.
Yeah.
So I know what it's like to work shit jobs, and I would probably kill myself.
Yeah, it would be like, I don't know. Not only that, but like people. Believe it or not, from what I've said on this show and stuff, I'm not a complete, only materialistic guy. I enjoy my toys. I enjoy the pleasures that this great job has offered me through my radio career. But the things that I'm most fearful of is going back to the point where I really have to worry where rent is coming from and if I'm going to have to sleep in my car again, because I had to sleep in my car for a while and stuff. And it would actually be embarrassing for my family, I think. Not for them, like for me to see my family after now completely failing.
And you know that they'd love you anyway and go,
Of
hey.
course they would. And it's like, hey, you had a good run and things like that. And it's like, so what are you doing? Oh, yeah, back in sheet metal work. No, that's good. You know something? It's a good thing you learned a trade. Because now, see, you'd be out with no luck, and now you have a job, and it's great, and put the gun away.
Yeah.
Put the gun.
It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world.
It's not the end. And you never know what's going to happen in the future. You could get back or something else, and that to me is like petrifying.
I know comedians who go back to day jobs after 15 years.
Oh, I know some that should. No, teasing boss, of course.
But but I don't know how you do it. I can't comprehend ever, unless they don't mind because they always kind of kept a foot in that world. But I can't comprehend ever looking back saying I used to just do comedy and now I do comedy and this because now I have to do this too.
Yeah, I did the job that I really loved doing. When people, oh, well, you got a job you love doing, it's not even like working. Shut it. But it's kind of true. So to have to go back to another job would kill me.
The stresses of this job, it's stressful and whatever, but it's nothing compared to even the shitty paying jobs I had were because you hated it. It was like, I hear people talk about like rent money.
Yeah.
And I can't comprehend, not that I can't comprehend it, but it's like, I'm like, God damn, I'm so lucky not to have to worry about, like, is my phone bill going to get paid? Like, I know my phone bill's going to get paid.
Yeah.
My mortgage I worry about. But, like, the phone bill I don't worry about. Like, little shit like going out to dinner I don't worry about.
Yeah, that's like the kind of stuff that, and you do. I like how you say lucky, because I say that all the time. It's like, you're so fucking lucky, because there are plenty of people that want to do the job that are not doing the job. But it's like a lucky thing. And I do remember not paying the landlord and him banging on the door and me having to hide. I'm hiding from the landlord so he doesn't kick me out because I spent the rent on slot cars. I was in my 20s. What's wrong with me?
I remember working at a convenience store when I was like 18, back when I was in my wigger phase. When I would wear a sky blue Kango to work. I was the worst.
Stop it. And I don't got to take your shit, motherfucker.
Yeah, I would say that to old ladies. And then like tough thugs would come in. They'd go, all right. And I'd go, word. Yeah. And I remember in like the meat tray, they had like, we served meat and cheese and stuff. We had like a little deli counter. There was all these little teeny mouse teeth prints in the fucking food and little balled up hashish turds. The mice were shitting and eating the food. And I told the district manager, Pete, his name was, with a gay porn mustache. He's like, oh, no, that's fine. You can sell it.
You could sell it.
And
of course I could.
I kept not selling it to customers. That was the job I was doing. It was like I had to clean the mouse shit off the food before I sold it to people.
What a horrible place.
It was terrible. So happy I don't do that anymore.
And you did sell it to them?
Once in a while, I would try to turn the meat around.
Like shake your head. No, you don't want this.
Yes. Are you sure you want this? Take a look at it. Just in case I was being tape recorded.
Take a close look.
Yeah, that was a horrible horrible gig.
Just really bad jobs that you just don't want to do, and I couldn't imagine going back to, and it horrifies me. It is the number one fear, because I think of it every day.
I remember the big deal I felt when I missed make. I think it was $3.35 an hour when I started. And then I went to Pergament, and I was driving a forklift, and I remember bragging to people. Oh, no, from Pergament to something else. And I think it was like 7-something an hour. And they're like, getting 7-something an hour? I'm like, yeah, man, it's a great fucking gig. And
living large.
Driving me and Joe in a fucking forklift, and I had a big boom, like a giant boom on the front to take 20-foot copper tubing off the back of a truck. And the fucking ramp was broken. Like rust had rotted out the bottom of the ramp. So if I came down the right side of the ramp, the forklift was going to flip and fall off the dock. So I had to go to the middle left part. It was a fucking horrible job.
I can't believe you were a forklift driver.
I was a good forklift operator.
Were you?
I think so. I never killed anyone, and no one ever killed me.
Right? That constitutes a good forklift driver.
The other guys in the warehouse were phenomenal. Like, we were attached to another trucking company, and I worked for Cerro Copper. And it was just, I was the only one, and I would have to, like, these flatbeds outdoors in January, 10 degrees out.
Oh, no, yeah.
Unloading fucking 20-foot giant long bundles of copper tubing. It was a fucking horrible job. It was a tough job. You have to go on the truck and lift shit. It was fucking freezing. And wrap the
cold metal is in the winter. For some reason, metal gets colder than outside is. I don't know how it happens, but like you'll be outside and just go, it's really fucking cold out. And then you go to grab metal and go, why did they refrigerate the metal? It's colder than outside. With sheet metal was the same thing, like working sheet metal jobs. You'd have to load the trucks up with these fucking ductwork that was freezing cold, get to the job site, and then there's people that just are into it. Like this one guy I worked for, I was his helper. I was his fucking helper, and I had to like get stuff and help him like put the ductwork up and everything. And he was gung-ho guy. Like every morning I'd be drinking my coffee in the van or something. And he'd be like, all right, come on, let's start up. It's 7:30 on the dot. It was like, come on, we got to start up right now. And he used to make, this was the gayest thing. He'd make me, because he couldn't reach around behind him to tie his little nail apron. Yeah, his little nail apron. So one of my jobs in the morning was to tie his nail apron on. Ew. How fucking subservient, like, is that? Because it's right over his ass.
You're a sheet metal cuckold.
I prepped the fucking boss.
Wait, was he an ex-drinker? That sounds like an ex-drinker. Or was he an active drinker?
I have no idea. He drank some beers, but I don't know if he was a drunk or not. You know, by my standards, nobody is.
Yeah, William Holden was a fucking teetotaler.
But he'd be like, all right, let's suit up. Like, suit up? I'd put a nail apron on and put a hammer in my fucking belt. But he'd be like, all right, so, and he'd stand up and like fucking putting the robes around a fucking Caesar. I had to dress him in his armor and put this on. And I felt so degraded every day having to tie that bow. Tied that little bow. All right, a little tighter. That's good. Is it? Is it good? And that's what I had to do. And then he would tell me what I had to do like all day. All right, get me that. I need 3 of these. Go to the truck and put more gas in the generator. And I'd be freezing cold, just wishing I could have a better job. And it's horrifying, the thought of having to go back to
Dude, I drove by that place, that old copper. It's out of business now. It might still be. I think
you left. You were the best forklift driver this side of the Mississippi.
From Portland, Oregon, or Portland, Maine, for that matter. And it was, I remember me and my boss, there was this
Yay, pudding.
Oh, Dan.
Oh, I hope it really is, too. No, please, it's appropriate. A hooker named Pam, a black girl, who walked behind the thing, and she was like not even an attractive hooker. She was like just wore dungarees and a fucking, she was a drug addict hooker. And so she had sucked my dick or whatever.
Ooh.
And so she was going to suck the guys at work, the supervisor. He was an older guy. He was a big fat guy. He was in his 50s. And it was
still went on even when you just worked at a regular
this is when I was
job.
fucking 22 years old. Or 21. I hadn't even done comedy yet. And we worked, we had a little office inside a giant warehouse which belonged to another company. So we rented warehouse space from another bigger company. So our office was kind of closed off. So the hooker walked in and she was going to take care of him. And he would always go, "Okay, Jim, I'll see you Monday." Yeah, I'll see you Monday, Jim. Just a big fat dude. I come back in Monday. I'm like, "How was it?" He goes, "Jim, she stole my wallet." This dummy. I go, "What happened?" I'm like, "I told you to put your wallet," because I did tell him, "Put your wallet in the desk drawer. Don't leave it in the back of your pants, or just take your dick out." He goes,
shit.
This is how naive he was. He goes, "No." He goes, "I pulled my pants down on my ankles and sat back, because I wanted her to enjoy the experience."
Oh, she's going to enjoy it.
I'm like, "You're morbidly obese. You're in your 60s, and she's sucking your dick so that she doesn't shake apart from lack of drugs. How much fun is she having, fucking anchovy balls? She's not having fun, old man."
And she did the gag. What, did she reach into his pulled down pants pocket and took his wallet out?
Awful. They were probably turned inside out because, fatty. I bet he had his pants pulled down to his shoes and his black socks stood up to his fat calves.
With those old 50s garters on?
Yeah, little sock garters holding them on. And
How easy must it be for a girl to pick a pocket that is around someone's ankles?
Dude, you could fucking pick his pocket, you could tie his shoes together. She probably could have rifled through his wallet and picked out the credit card she was going to use. What a dope.
What an idiot.
But I'll never forget that, because I think she had sucked my dick in the car one time, and then I'm like, "Yeah, she gives a great blowjob." I had awful fucking regular hookers back
Would she
then.
come around like the coffee truck?
They would actually, like
Really?
a lot lizard. Yeah, she'd probably stop in. We were in the back of we were behind. I should go and get photos of this place one day. It really was a fucking horrible back of the lot place. It was really an isolated place. Yeah.
I look at certain places when I drive home now and stuff like warehouses. You can see driving through Queens, the garage doors are open, and you see guys working in there. And I look in and think like how horrible that is, but how familiar it becomes to you when you do work there.
Yeah.
Like when you first go in and I'd apply for one of these shit jobs, you look around, everything's unfamiliar, and then you just get into this rut where you're coming, you know where everything is, you know who everyone is, you know what your shit fucking job will be that day, and it just becomes so goddamn depressing to do on a daily basis.
Yeah, what seems like you'll never make it a part of your comfort zone. Like, I'll never feel at home in that place, and then you do, and then you grow to hate it.
Yeah, you know every nook and cranny, and you try to have fun with people, and maybe you'll have a few laughs during the day, and then realize though that it just sucks being there.
It's weird the things you remember from I remember when I worked at Pergamon. Before that, this is when I was just getting sober, so it's probably 1987 in that area. And I drove a forklift in the back, and this was the new Pergamon in the Brunswick Shopping Center.
Whoa.
This was like a fucking cheese dick lame, like little fucking one-level mall that opened in North Brunswick. Half the stores, it was called the Fashion Plaza. There was nothing fashionable about it. Pergamon was one of the anchor stores in the Fashion Plaza.
Pergamon in a fashion
Exactly.
plaza?
It's fucking horrible. And I'll never forget my supervisor there was a very, very fat lesbian who had tattoos. And when she wanted me to go buy food, she'd always get me to go and she'd pay. And she'd always go, "You fly, I'll buy." Oh. And I always remembered that. And for some reason, my girlfriend was I wanted her to walk to get something. And I almost said, "You fly, I'll buy," and I didn't say it because I pay for everything. So even if I fly, I'll buy.
You're constantly buying,
but it's just
she never flies.
It just would have seemed too, because it's not a coworker, it's a girl I fuck.
Yeah.
But I remember this black guy, Malcolm.
You suck, I'll pull out a buck.
Yeah, you fuck, I'll pay a few bucks. Even if you don't fuck, I'll pay a few bucks. Because I'm hungry. What am I going to do, eat in front of you?
Shit. The coffee trucks would come by, and I would just be starving and have no money and have to take a tab out with the guy. And there's nothing worse than being alone with the fucking mobbed up coffee truck guy for egg sandwiches that we used to say made at some place in Central Islip. And I knew Central Islip is Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
It is just an awful place. I used to live there. It's horrid. And I'd look at these sandwiches, these egg sandwiches, and just be like, between hunger and this is how I know that if I was on that fucking plane crash from Alive, I'd have been the first one just mowing down on someone's dead ass, just eating it. Because I would pick up these egg sandwiches knowing where they came from, probably being spit on.
Yeah.
And just eat it, not thinking twice. Like the hunger, and believe me, it wasn't like hunger like days have gone by, but the hunger just made me forget the fact that this food is probably being touched and abused by people.
What's worse than when you get to a new job? I had a temp job one time. I was such a fucking bum, and I was so bad at this stuff. This was when I was drinking. I was me and my buddy Bill D'Angelo, and Bill, if you're listening, I got your message.
Hello,
It is me.
Bill.
Hello, Bill. We were doing this job in fucking. It was like a warehouse. It was like centrifuges. And what is worse than having to shit on a new job where you know the bathroom is awful and like you like your whole stomach seizes up, and you know that when you're trying to hold in a shit and you're standing there and you go
I don't think I've made the sound, but I know the
you
feeling.
don't make the sound, but the feeling of I just want to talk and you get really stiff and you can't walk because one step and you're going to shit. What's worse than having to shit at a new job? There's nothing worse.
You don't want to. First of all, you don't even want to go away from what you're supposed to be doing for fear you'll look at like you're lazy.
Yeah, you ain't put it. Yeah, you don't want to have to.
You don't want to do that. And then the uncomfortable. What's the best bowl? You haven't figured out what's the best turlet yet.
Because I like a long shit. Like, I'm the worst. Like, whenever I go to shit, everyone who knows that I was just there knows I've been shitting. Because I'm gone too long to have been pissing. I like a relaxing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on the job, you just can't do that.
They should have some kind of, I'm going to invent this, pants that cuff up inside the pant leg. So as you're walking, doesn't look like anything. It's just pants. But you could pull down artificial shoe tops that will go over your shoes so that when you're shitting in the stall and people come by, it doesn't look like your shoes. Because the people look at your shoes to see who's shitting there. I know it happened to me a couple of times. It's like, I had a good dump in there, did you? And I'm like, fucking 5'11" boots. Everyone knows them. So fake shoe tops. I'll call them shit spats. Spats. They're fucking spats.
What a great infomercial that would be.
Oh.
You show people talking about the advantages of no one knowing it was you shitting.
Shitting.
You know, my
wonderful.
boss, I would never get raises. As soon as they didn't think it was me stinking up the bathroom, I advanced in the company. You know, testimonials.
And they could have like that badly acted thing where someone's on the bowl shitting and the boss comes in, sees the shoes, and shakes his head. Smith, it's you again. Is that account going to be completed by today? And he knows it's him.
Yeah, and the boss and like the pretty secretary are both just looking at Smith's empty chair.
Someone says they should be called splats. Oh, it's Steve from Bayshore. Splats. The audience applauding. Oh, yeah, I could use that. I shit a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, they take the fucking... I love the idea of that him and the hot secretary just both noticing that Smith has gone again.
Smith's gone again, and the newspaper's gone. you know, whoever has read the newspaper at a urinal? You don't. You fucking... I am gonna be shitting for a long time.
And they can't say shit, so they have to do little things to get around it. Like they have a little thing that says clothespin bin, and it's empty, and they're all wearing them on their noses in the office.
Is that Smith again?
Yeah, that damn Smith and his colon cancer.
I can't finish the O'Reilly account because he's shitting again.
Yeah. And they allude to it in the office, like, yeah, we're going to have to move Smith's desk into there. God damn, that's Smith.
Oh, he stinks.
Oh, that was wonderful.
That's wonderful. It certainly is. Oh my God, I haven't even gone to a phone call. What am I thinking?
Yeah, let's take a phone call from somebody.
All right, Christine, because she's a girl.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
Hi, you're in Howard Beach, huh?
Yeah.
Rock. How's the Howard Beach
Excuse
working
me,
out these
who
days?
is that?
Well,
Wow.
Oh, boy, there's a girl on
Holy
Channel 11
mackerel,
News.
is she hot.
I think that's that chick.
Jesus.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Not Fatty.
I don't
Who's
know
the
her
other
name.
one? Sorry, sweetheart.
What's she doing? She keeps
Tanya
poking her.
Kristen? Oh, the one with the lips.
Yeah.
Who is she?
Oh,
God,
damn.
she's wearing a little skirt.
She looks about 19.
Yeah, she's an adult. God damn, is she fantastic.
It's like, yeah, she's an adult.
Yeah,
She
in
passes-
certain countries.
She passes muster.
Wow, is she pretty.
Yeah. Oh, apparently a model.
God, oh, notice she's attractive. Right?
God damn, yeah. We're
Right.
just watching her now. She's wearing a little blue boy shorts and fucking... I don't like the name boy shorts, by the way. I love boy shorts.
Yeah.
Hate the name. It's like, oh, she was wearing boy shorts. It's like, why are they going to put the word boy in there?
She's a model. Her breath probably smells like vomit and cherry Coke. Because models always make themselves puke when they drink cherry Cokes. They think nobody will notice. It's like, we got it, fucking Ribs McGillicuddy. I'm sorry, what were you saying? I apologize.
Wait,
Christine.
Ribs McGillicuddy related to anus?
Linger a bit longer from last week. We got a real listener here. Howard
Nancy, I
Beach.
don't
Any black people in Howard Beach?
Ew.
All right.
I
Any
don't wanna
available
take you-
houses?
No, their health doesn't allow it.
So what do you got for us today, Christine?
No, I don't want to take you out of your North Shore Palace environment, but boy, would I love to see you in jeans and a tool belt with a hammer.
Oh, yes. Back in the old days, I used to sling quite the tin-knocking hammer there, Christine, and my little tool belt with my little sheet metal screws filling it up, and my cold little fingers trying to pick little sheet metal screws out of there and put it in the Makita drill, and then it would slip off, and a lot of times I'd bash my hand against cold metal.
Would you be annoyed?
I would go home.
You would?
I went home anytime I felt the least bit of pain from work. I would pack it up, I'm going home. This was after the helper portion when I became like the boss guy.
Oh, really?
And I was a good boss guy for helpers because they didn't have to do anything. I would listen to a certain radio host until like 11 o'clock in the morning in my van, just reading the paper, not doing any work. and then I would go to work, which lasted till noon, so that was a good hour. And then lunch was till about 2 p.m. And then another hour of work, and then God, you got to clean up. So I would clean up. So about a good 2 hours work. I'd put in on a daily basis.
Sounds to me like this guy shouldn't get no Employee of the Year awards.
Oh, Chip, I didn't. Oh my God.
So what, sweetheart?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was just having the Anthony tool belt.
So you think
Sam.
Anthony would look good, maybe with a tool belt, perhaps a pair of white socks and work boots, and no trousers or underpants. Just his giant, delicious dick swinging below that belt.
I thought that's what she meant by my hammer.
No, she meant a real hammer. She's a girl with low self-esteem. She likes to be taken by force. She wants you to claw and hammer in her fucking forehead.
Claw hammer, yeah. That's always hot.
That's good. She lives in Howard Beach, so right off the bat, we got something in common there, Christine.
Big hair?
Well, that, yes, but, also our, let's just say our opinion on certain people.
Then you also do not believe in any type of ethnic diversity. Very lovely.
Yeah, I'm pretty much what they call a separatist. You nice white girl?
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's great. You've only bed with white people?
Only them Italians.
Oh,
Have you ever
that's
laid
wonderful.
down with a... That's how you know someone's racist when they're asking if you ever had sex with a black Irish Spanish guy and they use the term lay down. You ever laid down with a colored? You ever laid down with someone from Central America? It's like 60s, awful 50s and 60s racist.
So apparently you still have some type of relationship with your dad.